Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey. Sorry, my mic was about to fall. It's trying to give me a little trouble here. Hey y'all, welcome to California Cuties channel. I am your host, California Cutie. This be me, that be her, that be she, the one, the only. California Cutie with two E's. Don't forget those E's, okay? E-E. We are emphasizing this E, okay? And I want to bring up my good sis, Princess, who is on the panel.
Hi.
Hello there, beautiful. How are you today?
I'm okay. Ooh, these allergies, same old with me. I'm about to sneeze. So there you go. Hold on.
I hate the allergies for you because they really mess you up all the time. They really do. And it's like all year for you. So I really feel bad. Then, seasons change and she lives in the Windy City on top of that. So sickening. But I want to start off our show by welcoming everybody, of course. Welcome to our panel. We are going to be reviewing Love and Marriage Huntsville, as we've been doing for a couple of years now.
Yeah, it's wow. So I think I just had the channel anniversary was the third official year. So I'm going into the fourth year of being in existence. So I think if we're going in, the channel's going to the fourth year, this is probably our third year.
Yes.
The third.
Yes. It's absolutely going on our third year. I'm excited about that. Long as they're going to give us content, we will be here for you guys. We try our best. But I really want to start the show. I will be getting to the comments, but I really want to get off that today is my daughter's 19th birthday. Happy birthday, Nani. So happy birthday, Nani Cakes. Mommy loves you. When I get off, we'll do some celebrating. Actually, we already started a little bit. I have a little shot of tequila that I'm sipping on. I'm not even. Yes,
let me take a shot of water right now. There you go.
Yeah, take a shot of water. I'll take a shot of water with you. But I really want to say happy birthday to my big girl. She is 19 today. So
gorgeous.
I just posted a little while ago on my IG. If you guys want to check that out, it's California Cutie 310 on IG. You can go send her some birthday love. That's my I only have two daughters. That's my baby girl. So yeah, I'm just want to say happy birthday to my
Cutie family. Always got a birthday going on. I bet you they just party on down. Okay,
I'm trying to tell you. Seriously, I feel like we still ain't finished partying for my birthday last week on her birthday because my husband was sick on my birthday, so we didn't get a chance to celebrate just yet. So, but he did make us some dinner. He made us a roast and some potatoes and carrots and then some green beans is down there and stuff. So I didn't even have to cook today, so I'm thankful for that. So yeah, so we're definitely celebrating, and thank you guys for the birthday wishes for my baby. She's not a baby, she's such a big girl now. It amazes me. So yeah, y'all, just thank you for that. I do want to say hello to the people that are in the building. Hello, Roxy. Hope all is well with you. My girl Q is in the building. Hey, Q. You already know. Okay, did y'all team win? Because I know my husband was watching them Steelers. My team don't play till tomorrow, so and I'm still.
She rolled her eyes.
I'm still upset about this lady's team beat me. It ain't even her team, but her city team beat our team last week. The Bears beat us.
Anything Chicago, I'm with it. Okay.
1-5. I don't know how that happens.
I heard they trying to make a comeback. They trying to make a comeback. You went on mute all of a sudden.
Yeah, because the husband walked in talking about where's the measuring cups. I guess
what's up, Big D?
He walked back down the stairs, so I had to, mute, hurry him and yell down the stairs. So yeah, sorry about that. Because I didn't tell him. Well, I'm going on live right now. I didn't. Usually I tell him like I'm going live so he knows. But yes, so I need to know if they won today, if the Steelers won. I know y'all started off kind of shaky, but what else? Hey, Uni Boo. We love you guys. And what's going on to Mrs. Wilson? How are you today? Hope all is well. Hope everything is going your way. I hope you are enjoying your Sunday today. Hello, Daryl Cruz.
Hey, cousin.
Okay. How you doing? Thanks for joining us. And Miss Cheryl Thomas Hughes. I thought he said hi.
Hey.
But hey, Cheryl. Auntie Bernice is in the building.
Of course.
And yes, we are streaming, right? Streaming from both channels. So appreciate you guys
go both ways. And
hit that like button on both House of Princess and California Cuties channel. Hey, just simply hope. I'm sorry to hear that, Q. That's why that's why he ain't here with attitude. The Steelers lost today. That's not funny. I'm just saying. Now I understand why the toot is tooting right now. No, you did.
Money on the wood, did he?
Okay, let me tell you something, Auntie Bernice. You know I love you, but you know we play y'all tomorrow. So go ahead with your pride. Go on with your pride. Take it to the Pride Lands, baby, because we ain't playing tomorrow, honey. You know, I just played May the Best Woman and Man Win, okay? And of course, we have to say hello to our other sis. That Gemini sis, my beautiful sis, Barb Meets World. Thank you for joining us, and please do what she says and hit that like button. Is it?
It wasn't before, but all of a sudden it is.
Okay, let's see. I don't have anything open. It's still open.
Testing. Okay, that's good. Oh wait, there it goes again.
It's still here.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, now I don't hear it.
When I hit mute, you don't hear it, but when I'm not on mute, is it still echoing now?
It's just when I talk.
Oh, might be on your end. Okay, Ravens. Okay, I love my football ladies. I really do. I got a special kind of love for y'all because you know we people be acting like we don't know what we talking about with this football thing.
I don't. I just know the fundamentals.
What's funny is that Princess don't really know, but she is in a pool and she got her point spreads and she got what her teams got to do. The people, was it fantasy football?
We playing fantasy football. We got some money on the table.
Yeah, so she doing the daggone thing, and I'm very proud. Even though
I'm in 4th place as of last week. We're gonna see what happens today. I'm 5-2.
Okay, that ain't bad. So yeah, y'all. I think we took care of the business. Make sure you guys have liked and subscribed to both our channels. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome, 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 welcome. Thank y'all for joining us again. And you already know we are on season 6, episode 22, and it is called, I didn't write it down, but I think it was called something about
I'm not gonna Keke and ha.
And that's what Miss Tisha has said. I love when they give us those titles through what someone says. It's funny to me. It always is. Okay. So yeah, y'all, we start, we pick up again with the aftermath, should I say, of girl, I'll tip this drink towards your ass. The thump of the drink.
They did a more wide screen this time. The way she
it went so hard. I think because it was heavy. It was filled to the rim.
She hit it heavy too. So.
I mean, it was no joke. So yeah, so we pick up with the drink being flipped, right? The aftermath. So Marcel goes over to Kimmy and tells her what happens and says, "Call the police. Drug test her mother freaking butt." And I'm like, why? Like in that moment, I didn't understand why he would say that. I understand you upset, but in that moment, I just didn't understand. So Keke was like, "Do it, B. Do it, B." And a man, her husband, a man says, "Say something, say something." He walking up on him like, "Say something." And he was like, "Come on," and Reese started electric sliding over to the side. Kimmy, poor little butt in the middle with the green dress on. She trying to hold everybody's chest together. And I'm thinking, and I see Chris is trying to get over there to him. But I really felt like man, Maurice was ducking and dodging. You say all that, and then you want to duck and dodge, which you should, because I wouldn't have wanted that wrath. You didn't say something about his wife like that. Yeah, you should have moved out the way. That was a smart move for you, to me. I thought it was. And so Maurice is trying to pull away from a man, and Maurice, is trying to get Kiki out the way, and so was Kimmy. They're all like, gone, like, get out the way or whatever. And that's when a man is like, oh man, that was disrespectful. He's trying to calm down, but he in the moment he's coming to her defense, but he's not, like, to me, he's not as pissed off as he could have been. Like, he's not heated. He just really I just want to talk to you with my hands, Marceau. I just want to talk to you with my hands. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. Just let me talk to you with these. That's it. So that was a trip to see that. Anything you want to add to that scene before I move on to them getting pushed all the way out and all of that?
You done named the man Amen.
Amin.
His name is Amin.
It's Amin.
Like Amin.
Like, and look, when I'm doing my notes, that's what it comes up. I-M-E-A-N. I mean. I was like, look here. Hey, Shirley.
I mean to smack the shit out of you for the way you was talking to my wife. Hey, y'all that just came in. I do not. I'll tell them. I don't like none of this. Yeah. None of this. And for Marceau to come out of his body, and you're saying something triggering. First of all, a drink toss is not nothing that serious that you got to call the police over, especially when it comes to family. Now, me personally, you can't come in my house humbugging. We're not going to even escalate that far. But I'm sure this is not Keke and Tisha's first fight. First, blah, blah, blah. I just don't feel like this the first run-in that they had. Especially when Wander says that they like to fight. And, this is something that she probably done something to her before and vice versa. It was entertaining to watch. Yes, is it a sad situation? Yes. And for him to say, call the police, I'm trying not to go ahead. I feel like that was just some shit you wanted to say. That is just some shit you wanted to do. Another trigger. Let's be clear. He said call the police too because or she wanted back crime stoppers. Like, that's some more fodder to put into the media, and it just wasn't right. And for him to run up on her and then run when he said she strung out on drugs, and then, no, you a real man, you piece up, I'm the queen of it. You said it. Stand in your shit. You knew that man was going to confront you about talking about his wife, just like you would confront somebody else about talking about your wife. You tried it because she usually not with her husband, but her husband was there today, honey, and he was like, oh, no, while they playing Ring Around the Rosie around Kimmy and Maurice. I'll give the rest of my comments when you finish the scene.
So they, they get pushed pretty much out to the front. Mel goes and try to go calm and see how Kiki's doing. So Mel goes and talks to Kiki about where it went left. Mel basically asked Kiki how could she had handled it differently. Kiki says Tisha's putting all the energy into, being mad with her when she should really be mad at Marceau and the rumors. And Kiki husband, Amen. Is it when I say it right? Amen.
Oh yeah, like
Amen. That's right. Yeah, that's how I remember. Right, that's the best way to do it too. So like we said, really want to put the pause on him. He just didn't. He just wasn't here for that. He felt the same way. You feel like that? How you won't go from, like you said? I didn't even think about that. I hadn't even put the two together. That he used two things against her. One, that she was on Crime Stoppers, and two, that she, allegedly might have relapsed into doing drugs. So you hit her with two in a 1-2 piece in one sentence. So yeah, that was triggering. Mel returns to the barbecue and she goes and checks on Tisha and Marceau, and everyone is still trying to figure out, why Keke went from 0 to 100 quick. And so Tiffany and baby Ace arrive. She brought, how she said, I brought Ace as my +1, because Big Lou is doing what he does, working, providing for his family. Yeah, that part. Okay.
Girl.
So yeah, you and where's your baby bag? Why are you carrying the baby? Just baby. There's no baby bag. Just no spit up bag, no bib, no nothing. Lady, I know it's a scene, but please come with your baby bag. We don't care if you're carrying your baby bag. It's okay. We all right with that. We know you're a mother, a new mother. So Ace is so cute. I like looking at his little face. Matter of fact, right before we went on, she had posted some pictures of him, like a little collage of him, and he was so cute. He's such a little cutie. I'm just mad that he didn't change his mom's perspective on things. She still kind of got that little on her that I don't like. And so then we, the scene where finally Jalen rolls up in a big Rubicon, a Jeep, same one. I kind of one. I've been asking my husband for 2. He gonna tell me, I don't think you need that. And I'm like, I don't care. I live in the desert. I can use that. I live in the desert. I can use that. So yeah, Jalen rolls up with Kimmy's Jeep. She's so surprised. Everybody's looking like, what's going on? Who is that? What's going on? And she go running. Oh, that was my favorite scene, I think, of this whole scene, is how excited and happy she was. Well deserved, well played, the way they did it, the way they brought it in. It just, it warmed my heart to see Kimmy get so excited about her. She's like, that's my Jeep. It was cute to see her and her girlfriend, get in the Jeep and take off and all that stuff. That was real cute. And of course, Maurice is like, it's fully equipped, and Marceau and all the fellas. You see all the fellas, they all in the window, peeping her out, watching her like, yeah, she can hang with the big boys. That's what we do. Some of us women like to hang with them big boys, with the big boy toys. Yes. So I love that scene. And I also love that, in the confessional they show, she's so excited. She asked him for some kisses. She got like four kisses, and she told him, don't you wipe that lip gloss off. Don't you wipe that off. I hate when they do that. Like, this my effervescence of my lip gloss, baby. That is me on you still. You better let that linger. You better lick your lips. You better taste that, girl. Huh. So I was forgiving you for that part. Anything you want to add to that scene right there, sis?
Tiffany could have stayed at home. I could give a damn about that pretty. That baby gonna be brown and chocolate, just like his daddy. I did not like the dig. Okay. It was like all kinds of little dirty ass digs. How you gonna dig at your husband? Like, he doing what he always does. That's like when you sound like you talking about a worthless critter. He's coaching baseball, like like he's sitting on playing video games and shit. Bitch,
Come on, because he could be, damn, he so could be playing baseball on his video game, not earning no money. Could be doing that. That's true too.
You know what you signed up for. He told your ass he didn't want no baby. No way. When somebody shows you who they are, you need to believe them. He told you he was too busy for a baby, but you want to have a keeper nigga baby. You know what I'm saying? And found out that he don't want to be kept. You had the baby, so guess what? Mama's baby, daddy's baby. At least he still kept his job so that he could provide. Sometimes as women, we forget which we want more. Do you want a provider? And I had this argument with a friend. Do you want a provider, or do you want somebody sitting up in your face all day? You can't have both ways. All right? Yeah.
Really?
I think that's a guy.
No, that's our car, but it's
I like that. If you had said Marceau, I might have been like, yeah.
For sure. Definitely on the lease. It would definitely be on the lease.
My thing is, like, I had a friend, a former friend, and she get mad at me for telling the truth. She say she want a boss, and she want a man to make all this money, and or she wants somebody to work with her. And then she said, but I was texting him and he didn't answer quick enough. Bitch, what you think he doing? Like, he's working. How can he make money and do what he needs to do if he on the phone with your funky ass all day? Go find something to do. Make him miss you and you miss him. You know what I'm saying? And so, it's that part. He's telling her, he's at work, man. Go get you a nanny. Go play with the other kids that you had. Just something. Like, that was ignorant to me. But, they got to give her a scene, and she knows how to get us talking about her. So there you go, Tiffany. I love the truck, but I feel still that Maurice did it so he can get some coochie. And then even in her moment, I feel part of that moment, he wanted it to be his moment. I did that, and it's fully loaded, and I did this, and I put this on it, and I put my body juice on it. Like, just let the lady.
He want her to pull her on his arm back so he can pat himself.
Yeah.
I need you to push my arm so I can really get back there.
To make sure that I want to make sure that you suck it tonight, okay?
I can't. I cannot. I just can't. Because I put that in my notes too. He just wanted some nookie. He think he about to be he like, yep, I'm getting me some. I should be able to bust 2 tonight. I should get 2 off tonight. Like, I know in the back of his mind that's what he's thinking.
Pause for the call. I'm gonna pause for the call. Look at here. We are 22 minutes into the simulcast. Yes, we would like for you to press the like button, but that ain't even what I'm gonna talk about. We're gonna try to go through this episode as quickly as possible, but I see y'all asses are cutting up. It is fairly early for y'all to be cutting up like this. I am going to try to keep a straight face. But like Shirley, she just don't know how to act. The fact, go back up. She said Big Lou could be like Maurice and not have a job.
Oh yeah, yes. Tiffany needs to shut up. She did.
Right after she said, Girlfriend Chronicles said they rented the Rubicon.
Hey, people got strong feelings today. It's real strong feelings moving around today, baby. Ain't nobody holding back today. I'll let you pull this back up. Yeah, I had put the same thing. I think, that's great, Maurice. But sometimes you need to take a back seat a little bit. I'm shocked he didn't pull up the car. I'm shocked he let Jalen drive the car in. Because it would have been a moment.
He had to go with the moment, you know what I'm saying? If he just moved away, then she knows something was up,
Right. I agree with that. I can see that. Like, where's Maurice?
And, and then he was trying to make sure wasn't nobody gonna go upside, each other's head. He was trying to bring the car. This is something.
Yeah, let's play the move real quick. Like, seriously. Excuse me. So
now he couldn't fit in the truck.
You know what? Lemonhead couldn't fit. You know what? My Lemonhead. Jesus, see? This is what happens. This is what happens, Opinions. They get the flowing. So we get back, we're back at the barbecue, and Tisha tells her cousin Courtney and Tiffany that Keke, that was a whole lot of drink on her because she. Wait, what did I put? Hold on, sorry, y'all. He has been calling. Oh, okay. So the what I put is that basically Tisha is saying to Courtney, Keke has been calling people up trying to get information about Marceau and these rumors, and Tisha said that she didn't get they never talked about it. So Keke's just mad at Tisha for not having a conversation about the rumors that are being swirled. basically what Tisha is saying. Cousin Courtney says she heard it's a bunch of rumors. Tisha said the rumors been going on for like 5 years now. And so that's when we get Tiffany saying, well, the worst type of person is a person that don't have nothing to lose. Tisha agrees with that and said that that's why I didn't respond the way she did when she threw the drink, because basically in a split second, a split second decision could make her basically lose everything. So I kind of agree with that. I don't know where it would have went if Tisha would have responded, if she would have jumped up or pushed the table on her. You know, there's so many different responses that could have happened. So in that moment that Tisha, I don't know if she thought about that in that moment, or is she just like, it's not very confrontational, which that's what I think. I've always said from day one, she's really never had a backbone. So for me, I feel like that's just you're not confrontational. You'll let people say something to you and you kind of like just take it. And so I don't know. I just felt like in that moment, I'm glad you didn't react, but I also feel like you don't react. That's why Marceau reacted. What say you, Princess?
These people, first of all, even if you take the 2-second delay to figure out what just happened to me, that just took me back to the fight I had with my best friend when we were in college. And we knew we was finna fight. I was pregnant with my son. I was about 3 months pregnant, 4 months pregnant. And we had got into it about we live together. You shouldn't live with your friends, like personal stuff. And so it was escalating, and I hadn't eaten. We were in dire times, and I had gotten some food. So her baby daddy, like they family don't eat pork, and I don't be giving a fuck. If I'm starving, I'm gonna eat whatever is on the Pride Lands for me to have. So I was making me some sausage one day. And y'all stay with me on this. I'm saying all that to get somewhere, okay?
Yeah.
So I was making some sausage one morning, and they came in the house because they have been keeping their groceries with them after they had used up all of mine. And so I went to various resources, got some groceries, had them in the freezer. So she come to me. You know he hate the smell of pork, and like we had told you. Bitch, you don't tell me any motherfucking thing, especially when I'm over here pregnant and I'm hungry. You know I'm hungry and I need food. She wants to throw my food in the trash. Bro, I went in the freezer and I started throwing food in the trash. I didn't give a fuck who it belonged to. It was in a package, it was in the freezer. So I threw something that I thought was hers in the trash and she wasn't moved. So I kept going because I'm going to prove this point, right? Till I got something of hers. And then she got to throwing some shit of mine. So I escalated. She had on a white shirt. And her and her baby daddy at the time, they were called Overdose. And they called me and my baby daddy the Swirl. So she had her white airbrush shirt on that said Overdose. So I know you like that motherfucking shirt. So I conveniently, we was in front of the refrigerator doing all this bullshit. And I took the red Kool-Aid out the refrigerator and I slammed that shit in her fucking face.
Oh, you splashed her?
Yes, I did.
Oh, no, I thought you hit it and it splashed. No,
I threw that shit at her just as conveniently as Kiki threw that shit at Tisha in her white shirt. So, of course, in true fashion, she took that 1 second delay and tried to slap the shit out of me. As she should, you know what I'm saying? And we commenced to tussling right there in the kitchen in front of the refrigerator. And her cousin was like, stop. You know, they was over there, stop. She was like, oh my, stop. And he was like, they knew, she knows she pregnant, but they're like, we get to tussling.
I forgot you pregnant. Lord Jesus. Lord. Oh my God. No. I am so mad at you right now. You pregnant and do it. Go.
So as Tisha sat there in your white shirt, ma'am, she didn't have to turn over the table, which was, it might be a thought, you know, but you want to respect somebody's house. I'm going to tell you, if you threw a drink in my face and I'm wearing white and I already know we into it, I'm throwing the card deck. I'm throwing your drink. I'm throwing Marceau's drink. I'm throwing Stormy's drink. We tussle. And I'm not an advocate for violence. I'm non-confrontational. But bitch, when you put your hands on it, that's it. It was too little of a reaction time. She had no intentions of fighting. I haven't seen Tisha react to shit on this show since I started watching.
Hello.
When Stormy called her husband a bitch, she just sat there. And finally, you know, there's a reaction to all of that. If you are about that life, I am from Chicago. I've seen people get into arguments and fights for much lesser than that. Just the fact that you thought that you might have said that you was going to do something to a motherfucker. It has gone down like it is in Chinatown, much less assault somebody with a beverage. And all of that hoopla and feeling bad for her, I don't feel bad because you helped to escalate it. And those rumors about her talk about my husband and these rumors, the rumors have been around about your marriage, ma'am, since the inception of LAMH. I am tired of hearing about who Marceau may or may not be screwing because that's your man and you gonna stick beside him. If you had any backbone in the first place, you should have told Keke, who is your blood cousin, look, that's my man and I'm gonna stick beside him. I don't want to hear shit. If he fucking him, I know, I don't care. It's not changing my household because there's a lot of women like that. True. You just should have gave the speech. That's my man. And I'm going to stick beside him.
Agreed on that one. Yeah, that was a nice story time. I like that story time inside this story time. I really like that. We're not advocating for violence. We're not advocating for pregnant women to do anything that's going to make you outside your box. Don't do that, y'all. We need to keep it together. And Tisha's not going to bust a grape at a fruit fight.
She's not.
We all know that. We've been saying that. And I'm not mad at it. Some people are not fighters. Some people are, you know, they talk a lot of ish and they can back it up. I'm one that I get discombobulated when I'm trying to talk. So I'm not one for a lot of talking. Like my words don't come. They don't. They just don't flow. I'd rather put my paws on you, and that's just.
Oh wait. Now one thing when they keep talking about Kiki ain't got nothing to lose, like she a street crackhead. No,
that's real. I just saw that. Matter of fact. Oh no, it was this one. I'm sorry, girlfriend. Teaching them having nothing to lose either. Like, why are they acting like they truly millionaires? I don't know. You tell me. I couldn't even guess that one for you because they're not. And I need them to come off their high horse. Okay, I need them to come off of that because it's not that serious. In the confessional, Melody says Tisha can't believe her husband. All she wants, Melody says Tisha can believe her husband all she wants. I'm not mad at that. That's her husband. She should be believing in him. But don't get mad when other people don't. You can't get mad if your cousin chooses to believe a rumor, listen to a rumor, entertain the rumor, because basically she's looking out for your best interest. I don't think she's like looking out like, oh, I want it to be true because I want Mark. I don't want Tisha to be happy. I think she wants you to be happy and she's looking out for you. So the fact that she kind of uses Kiki's drug habit against her, it's like, girl, she's out or in my opinion, I think Keke wants her cousin back. She wants their relationship back. Now it's a little far gone, but in essence, the whole thing, the reason why the rumors keep coming up is because in essence, she's like, look, I'm tired of hearing about these rumors about your husband. And if I got a little bit more concrete evidence and I got somebody that's going to tell me or tell you this is what I'm about to bring to you. It's not like, oh, I'm Keke and I just want to be messy. I don't really feel it's so much mess going on with it, right? And so that was in the confessional. So now everybody's sitting around, the Fletchers, Stormy, Mel, Martell, the Scotts, Kimmy, Tisha and Marceau, and then Tiffany is there and Stormy. So they're all sitting around discussing, what just transpired, and that Keke, and that's when we find out, like, was that a sneeze or a cough? Bless you if it was a sneeze. So Marceau, this is when we find out Marceau is like, basically she's a liar. You don't want us to believe the police. You don't want us to believe Crime Stoppers. You don't want us to believe our own eyes that you were on Crime Stoppers, and you're not basically coming to us and saying she hasn't even. I don't think anybody's even talked to her about it. Everybody's been talking about the drugs and stuff, but I don't think anybody's really came to her other than Mel, who we saw go to her. Nobody's came to Keke and asked, Keke, what's going on? What happened? Why are you on Crime? Nobody even cares. But y'all all running with the drug thing, and it's just like, come on, man. I don't feel like people are really care to know the truth about what's going on with Keke in the Crime Stopper stuff. So, like I said, Marceau is trying to, tell everybody that Keke's a liar, and that Keke is, he feels like she's using drugs. He doesn't he's never seen her act like that before, basically. So he's like, yeah, it gotta be the drugs. It have to be. Marcel, like I said, he says that's the only way she reacted that way because of the drugs. Melody asked Marceau, why was him and Amin was about to fight. Marceau says because I called his wife a dopehead. I was like, oh my God. And there's a difference between a dopehead, the way he put it, it's like so insensitive. If it is that, let's say she is on that, why are you coming at her like that? I'm with Stormy. Dope and drugs and stuff is a very sensitive situation in my life as well. Not because I was on drugs, but I have family members that were on drugs. A lot of our family members were on drugs. It was in the 80s, you know what I mean? So a lot of us know a lot of real dope heads or crackheads or real not prescription drugs. Prescription drugs, I'm not saying it's not a drug habit. It is, but it's a difference. It's a difference.
But it's not the same. It's not the same.
It's not the same. It's not recreational. That means they put you on this and you got addicted to it. There's a difference. That's not me going to go try crack and join it. Now I want to do crack. That's not the same thing. It's just not. And I don't like the insensitiveness of her drug problem and the way Marceau is portraying it, and the way Tisha is allowing her husband to portray her cousin. I don't agree with that. So yeah, it gets a little funky and ugly to me when it comes to this part of the situation. What say you, Princess? I'm gonna go in a little deeper after you speak.
I got a story time, so you might as well go to after story because this shit pissed me the fuck off.
Okay. I already told y'all my opinion. So yeah, and another thing. Now this was kind of Marceau did say, he been around for 18 years. He saw when she was really on drugs and everything. So to him, it looks like that's what she's doing. And that's his opinion. That's his opinion. Doesn't make it gospel. Doesn't make it the truth. So in that moment, Marceau can say that. I can't get mad at him for thinking that's what he thought she is on, because like he said, he's never seen her go to this extent and throw no drink on his wife like that. Even though they're cousins, they probably got into it, but he's never seen her go that deep and go that far. So, for him, he's standing 10 toes down. He really believes that she is on drugs, that she relapsed, and in saying that, he ends up talking to Stormy about it, like, because Stormy is basically like, I thought she, I'm feeling like she hasn't relapsed. I feel like she's been on her same path, and we just got to pretty much take her at face value. And Marceau, goes right to her. Well, have you ever seen anybody on drugs? Do you know anybody on drugs? She's like, yeah, certainly. My best friend was on drugs, real drugs. I'm assuming, but I'm not sure because she didn't go into details. I'm not sure, but she says, yeah, my best friend was on drugs. She was staying with me, and she's no longer staying with me because she relapsed. And so, and it touched her in such a way, she had to get up from the table, started crying. Courtney went over there, and cousin Courtney, not her husband Courtney, cousin Courtney, which is Tisha and Kiki's cousin, beautiful girl as well. But Courtney goes and kind of tries to calm Stormy down, because exactly what Courtney was saying while she was sitting there is like, you're not, basically Marceau's not being sensitive, he's being insensitive, and what he keeps spewing could be triggered to anybody, not just Kiki, but clearly anybody, now that we see that it triggered Stormy. So I was happy to see that cousin Courtney was there to help Stormy along, and that Marceau did walk over there and tell her that he was sorry, apologetic for triggering her. That was not his intent. He did not know that her best friend was, on drugs and things. So he tried to give her a couple of hugs, and I was here for that. We need a little bit more of that than you pointing your finger and thinking you know something, and especially to somebody that knows a little bit more about it, hands-on, sitting her best friend. So I was here for that moment, and I was happy that Stormy also said that she thought that was coming from a caring place, that Marceau was really being genuine. What say you in your things?
Look, even Stormy getting emotional watching that brought tears to my eyes a little bit, because Marceau is disgusting for him pushing this narrative the way he is on Kiki. These people have been on TV for a while, so they know how to play the game. They know how to try and change the audience perception of a person. We all know you don't like Kiki on the show, so you're going to do whatever you got to do to push her off or to make the audience not like her. It's always going to be somebody who likes her. That's sitting at the table talking about she's a dope head, like she's your regular, crackhead that might wash your windows on the street or something like that. I did not like it. And addiction is not something to laugh at or play with. I have addiction that touches my family very, very close, in my immediate family. And I've even had friends who I didn't know was addicted to painkillers. And, when you have those heart-to-heart days and has confessed of it, and they didn't have to go to the extreme that Kiki has to do to get off, but they realize, hey, I'm addicted to painkillers and I have to get off of them. That is not their fault. They didn't just wake up one day and say, hey, let me take some Vicodin, some oxycodones, and, I'm going to abuse them. That is not what happens. Those drugs have high risks of addiction. I was scared to death when I had my surgery, and I knew that I was going to have some ooh-wee drugs, that I did not want to become dependent on them. And dependency also is something in your DNA. It's something that's chromosomal. Sometimes we have addiction by generations because it is something that it is proven. Addictive behaviors can be in your bloodline. All of my family isn't drug addicts, but they have some other addictions. Guess what? I am addicted to sugar, and I have a hard time saying no to sweets. I'm sitting up here eating sugar now, and that is something that I deal with, especially when I'm on medication that helps me gain weight. Is that like a crackhead? No. But sometimes you just can't say no to the cakes when they walk past. So this is nothing to laugh at. Drugs is the worst kind of addiction, drugs and gambling.
Ooh,
I
man.
have been in the rooms of Narcotics Anonymous hearing those stories because I've been there as a family support to somebody who's dealing drugs. I have a crackhead cousin, God rest both of their souls. One day
Mm-hmm.
I was staying with my brother at the time, and we knew they was crackheads, okay? And I had some stuff delivered to his grandmother's house because that's where they stayed. And it was some paper from Office Depot, just some paper stuff. So when I get the box from over there and they bring it over, it's kind of greasy. I was like, well, what the hell is this? You know, and the box was heavy and it was shaking around or whatever, you know. And I opened it and it was a car part in the goddamn box.
Mm.
Well, my cousin's husband, he fixes cars on the street, you know, the $20 brake holler that you get, you know. I'm going to go back to the beginning of the story that this box was coming from Office Depot.
Mm.
And when I opened it, there was a goddamn alternator in there. So I commenced to calling over there. Like, first of all, why did you open my box? And the crackhead says, you came like that. We didn't open it. I said, sir.
It came open.
Sir. They had taped it back up like I'm just done, you know. Sir. It was paper in there, like little paper. It was from Office Depot. Office Depot don't sell car parts. Then if you go give me a car part, like the car part had grease on it and everything else, like it had been used. I was like, so I'm supposed to be the dummy, like you a dummy. And so when you have real crackheads, sometimes you have to threaten to beat their ass. Those are what dope heads do. Dope heads sell your stuff on the street for $5 so they can go get another hit. Dope heads do some weird shit. And I've heard some weird ass stories. Dope heads have a tendency to tell you lies like you don't have common sense. But the problem is that they believe that lie for themselves first before they tell you that dumbass lie. Kiki, in no shape, form, or fashion. And I don't give a fuck if you did have to pick up at 2 a.m. She called you. Dope heads don't call. They sell cat so they can get where they got to go. Mm-hmm. Stop villainizing this woman and making it seem like she is worthless because she ain't got nothing to lose. That woman has a lot to lose. She has a job, she has a home, and she has children. She has a lot to lose. If she was that bad off, I don't think her husband would be with her. And if he was, there would be a problem with her motherhood. Because as I learned in school years ago, that drugs take away your maternal instinct. And you will do anything, and I do mean anything, to get a hold of that drug. Kiki is not no dope head addict. And you owe her an apology, Marceau. I know y'all peruse these shows every once in a while. Your ass is disgusting. That shit was sick. I don't give a damn how mad you were. I'm like, I mean, you had that in your back pocket. When people spaz out like that, that's something that they felt in their heart, in their soul. And you're going to pay for that. Karma is real. And two wrongs don't make it right. And it wasn't just you said it in that heat of the moment. That is something that you said again. And you decided to have a whole forum in front of everybody to talk about this woman's personal business and to drag her through the mud to show how low down that you say than she is. And ain't going no good comes to those who do that. It's not gonna come to you. You gotta atone for that, you and your wife. Y'all are disgusting.
Period. Yeah, I agree with all of that. Pisses me off the most because as a nurse, she took an oath to do no harm. I think that goes for mental as well. By her feeding a narrative instead of educating and adding is wrong. Ooh,
Yeah, I
girlfriend.
was surprised at Kimmy as well. Like she sat there and got with it.
No, my sister's off tonight.
She's off.
Off tonight. So we know the reads is not gonna. Oh, sorry, not gonna be read tonight by her. But we might have a little
Nola.
a little reading to do. Give me 1 second. I'll just actually unplug my little lamp behind me. So give me a sec. And I'll get right back to it. Hold on.
Sure, you be right. It's always the one that talk the most. You don't never know. Like your kids be doing weird. Like my kids do some weird shit that I never thought they would do. The sins of a father always come back on his sons.
Ooh. Not just on the sons. Not like that, but yeah, I feel like it could be just your kids in general. You got to be careful. You just got to be careful. People just don't realize some of the things that they do, and what it possesses and how you can change things. That's why I'm really try to be so positive, because I really do feel like my positivity. I really be trying to stay positive because of that reason. It's so easy. To me, it's easy to be negative. It's so easy to be mad. It's so easy to do that. It takes way more. It takes more of you to be positive and to be coherent about what's going on, reading the room and seeing what's going on. So I just like positivity way more better than negativity. So let me get back to our notes. Make sure you guys are liking the video. We appreciate you guys for being here. Once again, on both our channels, we are streaming. So make sure that you hit the like button on both channels. So getting back to Marceau saying he was trying to. Okay, so this part right here was weird because it opened up another conversation. And that's because Marceau says, when Melody asked him what he said, I called her dope head. And then he says, Marceau says, I was trying to make Amin mad by saying that. And I thought to
And he
myself,
should have beat your ass.
yeah, like, huh? So he says, yeah, I was trying to make Amin mad by saying that she was on drugs. They asked him, why would you want to make Stormy really said it. Stormy said, well, why would you want to make Amin mad? And that was, like I said, that was a setup for the conversation that was about to be had about women and men arguing, and women provoking men, and men provoking women, and how we got to learn how to be better, because us women should not be arguing with men, because us women, when we argue and you talk too much, sometimes I might want to put my hands on you. I can't put my hands on no man because I don't want that man to put his hands on me. So this conversation needs to be had. This is a good conversation that needs to be had. But I don't know if Marceau is the one to start the conversation off. But anyway, it's just the conversation about women and women arguing, men and women arguing and provoking him. So Stormy asked what he was trying to do so in other words, were you trying to provoke Courtney at the last meeting when she was calling him a bitch? And I think he basically answered that by saying what he said. He said he was trying to provoke Amin when he said what he said to her wife. Same difference to be said with you, Stormy. He was trying to provoke your husband Courtney by saying stuff to you. Even though you started that conversation, he really wanted to have the conversation with her husband. Stormy was like, so if he would have stood up, what would you have done? He's like, I would have stood up. And she said, yeah, you would have got your ass beat. you would have got your ass beat.
I believe that.
And I believe that too, because Courtney don't look like he play, and it just look like Courtney, he ain't one for a lot of talking. So I agree with that. The fact that Marceau, still was like, yeah, I just I would have stood up. I might have got beat up. I might have not. Don't know. Don't care. But I'm not not stand up is what he basically says. Maurice chimes in and says, anytime you call a man a bitch, you are trying to trigger him. Martell says, yeah, because I'm liable to call you a bitch back. And that's very true. I am one to call a man a bitch ass nigga. I am. I am. And I am provoking you
Not
because
the VAN, not the VAN.
I will definitely use that if I'm trying to, for instance, story time, had an accident with a dude. He squalls. I'm in the lane. He's in the second lane, which there's a parked car. He wants to squeeze in between me and that parked car. So he scrapes my car and he pushes through. Now he's in front of me. He gets out the car. I get out the car. You know what I called him? First of all, I didn't know how to where he went wrong with is where he told me or I was wrong. Oh no, you hit my car. Bitch, I think, are you dumb? Are you fucking dumb? So yeah, I very much so provoked him and wanted him to say anything to me. And he wasn't even, he might have been Jamaican. He was of a Caribbean descent or whatever. Oh yeah, I was really trying to provoke him because I was mad that he really gonna tell me that I hit his car when he pushed through our cars to get in front of me. Really, sir? So yeah, there is times where I'm gonna call him in what I want to call him when I want to call him because I'm trying to be triggered. Yes, I agree with Maurice. We need to stop doing that because, like they said in this same debate, is matching energy. A man can't match my energy. I'm going womp. They usually don't womp. They usually take off. So that energy is not matched. So we should not be cussing and fussing and talking to men in the same way that we cuss and fuss at women. We just should not. But in that same token, I'm gonna need that same man to not talk like a woman either. Because when you do so, you are gonna be called that bitch ass. You are gonna be called if that's what you are acting. Because, like I said, most men won't argue with no woman. They usually walk away or they tell their woman, you better handle her. Because I'm not gonna do it. You handle her. That's how me and my husband roll. You say something out your neck to my husband and you a woman, oh yeah, he's not gonna say one word to you.
I'm gonna handle it. I'm gonna handle that. Don't come up out your body on my man, on my man.
You need to pay attention to me because I'm the one that's gonna take off on you for saying something out your neck to my husband. As a female, that's me, and that's how I feel like.
Oh, that's your job, as you should,
and vice versa. So when it came to Stormy calling Marceau that he is. There was a way that he could have handled it. He could have said, girl, don't call me that. You don't want me to call you that. Don't call me that. He could have said that. He didn't choose to do that. He chose to say, I'm the biggest.
Yeah, I am. I am.
I'm a B. Oh, I'm the biggest B you know. And so that threw her off her game. And we're not expecting for men to say that. The men usually say, I'm not your bitch. Then don't call me that. So that was a whole little something that needs to be said, something that needs to be talked amongst everybody's friend group, not just theirs, everybody's. We all do it. We all know. I'm not gonna say we all. I do. Because if I get mad, and I feel like you are talking to me like a female, I'm going to call you out as the niggas that you're acting like. Now, if you're that man that will walk away, then I can't call you that because you walked away from me. But that, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying this is me. Anything you gotta add to
that? I wouldn't have kept calling him out of his name. I think that,
very
at the
provoking.
time, Tisha should have pulled her coattails in the first time she did it. He should have corrected her when she did it at the meeting. And I think her husband should have corrected her because I do agree with Marceau. Us as women, a lot of times we'll get men into situations that they weren't originally in because we'll provoke a fight. So I try to avoid men at all turn unless I, like that's a situation you couldn't avoid. You out of public, like you acting like a punk beat. So, but you still gonna get your ass beat by somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I just low brow behavior. Uh, just low brow at all times. But he was acting like a band. Once he said that shit and called out, and then you ran behind the women, then ran behind the dude. You ran down the street. Like if you supposed to be up here, like, yeah, get your woman, dog. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could do your husband's voice. Get your girl, Look her, look her.
I do that. Like that. I be like,
As little as he is, he's still big, big dog to me.
big dog. That
he wouldn't even have that. He'd be like, "Excuse me, excuse you, excuse you, cuz. Hold on, hold on."
Good job. Yes. So all I know is we got to do better, y'all. As just period. We gotta do better. We gotta do better. We gotta, like, I'm trying to teach my sons, like, walk away when a female, even if it's your own female, like, walk away, especially when it's your own lady. Like, you don't need to sit there and argue. She mad, let her be mad, and let you walk away, and y'all come back later.
Yeah, I like to walk away and decompress, and I do not like being called no bitch. Like that's one of the trigger things for me.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure it's a lot of women's trigger thing. I feel like, yeah, it just depends on when it is and how it is and what day it is and what mood I'm in. Because sometimes it could be a trigger, and sometimes I'll be like, I don't give a. Do you think that hurt me because you called me a bitch? Ooh, like, you didn't hurt me, bro. That didn't hurt. Excuse me. So, Stormy tells Marcel. Let me see. Oh, Martel. No, Marceau. Because every time I say Marceau in my phone when I'm doing my notes, it puts Marcel. I'm like, Stormy tells Marcel? No. Okay, so Stormy tells Marceau if he was bothered by it, you could have just said he could have just said he was bothered by it. Marceau says, no, I'd rather bother you with it. And that's the that we're talking about, Marceau. That's the chasteness right there. When you said that out your mouth, I just rather bother you with it. What? That's not it. So Stormy asked Martel, if I called you a B, what would you have said to me? What would you have done? He said, I would have told you, don't call me that. Don't call me that. And so in that moment, Marceau says, okay, granted, you didn't. Can you, from this moment on, can you not call me the B? And they shake hands, and she said, yeah, that's what it is. We're not doing that no more. And so, but in this moment, I was really paying attention to Tisha. Why she was letting Marceau and them two talk, I still would have interrupted. Marceau, let me talk. So yeah, Stormy, I just would have got in it. I just would have put myself in it, and I wouldn't have let Marceau say nothing, and I would have let her understand, like, yeah, what my husband was being a bigger person by not cussing you out. You see what I'm saying? Or, going in on you. So, and you actually should be congratulating me too, because I didn't go off on you for calling my husband that. But let's not do that no more. Like, I just wish I wish I could be Tisha for sometimes. Just sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. So now Kimmy asked Courtney, cousin Courtney, Kimmy asked Courtney and Tisha if they think that Keke needs help. Hey, y'all, there's the nurse coming in. There she is. She's there. She's finally showing up. The nurse is here. I'm here. Do y'all think she needs help? Kimmy, you know she needs help. You know something's up with her, but I'm going to let you live. So because when Kimmy says, when I went to hug her, she had the tremors. Are you helping in this moment, Kimmy, or are you adding to the fuel? She says, maybe it was, she was nervous to be around us. She hasn't been around all of us in a minute. So she's tremorling. She's got the tremors because she's nervous of y'all. Courtney says, cousin Courtney says, she hadn't seen any violent behavior, but she has seen her sweating, profusely. And that can come with menopause because I'm going through that. I will have a heat thing going on real quick. So that could come from that too. Marceau says, didn't her makeup give it away? Marceau needs to stop joking so much. Marceau needs to stop making light of the situation. It's annoying at this point. It's very, very, very annoying. And of course, Martell laughs a little bit, but it's not even funny at this point. Like, wasn't nothing wrong with Kiki's makeup? So annoying. So he ends up, discussing that. Has anybody else picked up Keke in the wee hours of the morning and had discussions with her about, said drug habits or anything like that? He's the only one that raises his hand. Yeah, you are her cousin-in-law. You, at one time, Tisha and Keke were really, as close as they can be, I guess. And so, yeah, y'all let her live or stay with y'all. And yeah, you saw some things. But why weaponize that against her right now is beyond me. And that's why, Marceau, you be getting called the B word because you act like that. Marceau said, oh, that's when Keke was like, well, isn't, Keke going on her? She's trying to get it together. She's been clean and sober as far as I know. And that's when Marceau was like, stop. We're not going to do that. And I think we already talked about that. That's just in my notes where I was already at. So my bad. We already talked about that. Anything else you want to add to that scene as far as, him being called to be, them, I guess, squashing the fact she won't call him a B no more?
Like, I hope she don't call him his name no more just so they won't be arguing. I did not like people adding fuel to the fire. You could be shaking when you hug a person because you're cold. You could be shaking a person when you hug a person because you're excited. She could have had anxiety. It didn't have to have anything to do with any drugs, and they kept intensifying that situation and driving the narrative. And at least she had one real cousin that told her, first of all, stop playing on Keke name. Stop making jokes and light of this very serious situation. I know plenty of people that have not been drugged or cracked up or drunk when they threw a drink, i.e. when I threw that drink on my friend. Hey, girl. I was very much sober. I did the shit because I wanted to do the shit. I feel Keke did the shit because she wanted to do the shit. That's it. That's all. It doesn't have to be no crack behind it or no painkillers or no motives. That was what was there, and she was fed up, and she decided to react, and she lacked self-control. There was nothing else there that would have made a point that she was trying to prove other than throwing that drink. I'm sure she didn't want to throw that lady's table, and she wasn't going to throw no cigars. So just they can go to hell with the rest of it.
I agree with that. Yeah. Tisha over there, them smoking cigars make me laugh too. They really be trying to act like they so high society. And I don't know. I just don't feel like Tisha fits the part still. Anywho, back at the ranch, before we start.
Me too, Baker's Millions. I'll talk about your mama in a minute.
That's what I said. I was like, I ain't even gonna be mad at none of that. I'm just not gonna be mad at it because
I will talk about your mama, your daddy, your grease grandma, everybody. I don't care nothing about your mama living, dead, or she around the corner. I'll talk about my brother's mama when I feel like it. Guess what? She birthed me too.
My kids is always your mama. I'm like, I'm right here. Hello. Why
my brother be like, that's your mama,
your daddy?
Like,
nobody ever says your daddy. Nobody says that. Like, it's always the mama. I'm always in it. They always like your mama. I'll be like, hello, I'm your mama too. I know. Well, who's this helping? It's not helping me at all. Not. Hey, we gotta take a pause for the calls. Let's do this for a second. I hope you guys are having a good time.
This is steady making. Yes, girl. Look, she needs 40 subscribers. I need y'all to do a subscriber drive. Yeah. Okay, she needs 40 subscribers. So before she's eligible for the I know it's 2 levels of monetization now, but before she's able to get the limited monetization to her channel, can we get 40 people to get my sis where she needs to go ASAP before the end of the year? Do you hear me?
Come on, man. All I need is 40 people, y'all. I know y'all out there. I know y'all see us. I know y'all like us. I know y'all feel us. Let's do it. It's easy. All you gotta do is hit the subscribe
button. Go to the QT, and her link is in my description box.
Period. Appreciate y'all.
Period.
Had to hit y'all with a new like button. Need to hear that with that. Okay. So now we get back into the lecture at hand, which is Martell, Courtney, and Chris Fletcher are hanging out at the gym. I appreciate a good gym theme from some muscular people, some put your work in, get me, make me feel it. I feel like working out after watching them. I was in the mood. I was like, okay, let me hit the gym. Let me go push some stuff. Let me add some weights to some stuff. So I was excited to see that scene. Martell brings up the barbecue. Of course, we're still always going to bring it back to the barbecue. And Courtney wasn't there and didn't get to see what transpired. So Courtney tells the fellas how he don't really like the way that Marceau talks to his wife. And so Chris brings up the fact that Stormy called Marceau a bitch. So Martell's like, Martell tells Courtney, like, I think you need kind of, he didn't say check. I ain't gonna use a word. I don't put words in his mouth, but she is like, she shouldn't be calling him that. And, if anything, I feel like you should have stepped in and said something to her, not even let Marceau say anything to, but you step in and you tell your wife, like, let's not do that. Courtney, he don't think that Stormy should be calling him that. I already said that. Conversation. Oh, Courtney and Martell. No, Courtney. Chris tells Courtney that him and Marceau needed to have a conversation about boundaries, because Courtney basically said, I ain't told him not to talk to my wife like that. I haven't said anything. He did, but they had already had that conversation. Remember when they went to Black? So he did tell him, like, man, he basically told him you need to stay in a man's place and stop, acting like a bee. But hey, so Chris asked if Martell's been up to what he'd been up to, and he's like, Chris, you know what I've been up to. I got like 20 something days left before I move out. Chris is like, so do you have somewhere to go? You found you a spot? He like, I found me a spot. Courtney was like, all of it is it in Huntsville or is it in Atlanta? I was like, oh. Y'all, where is it? Where are you staying, sir? Where are you going to be at? Hold on. Let me get back to my thing because I went to my comments up. Anyway, so Courtney is like, they kind of chuckle about it. And then Chris says something like, does the place where you live in, do it have a word chateau in it, though? Does it have a word chateau in it? And they, laugh about it. Let's talk to Courtney. Courtney and Chris. Oh, that's when they decide. Then they end up switch rules about Courtney. I haven't heard this, but that Courtney and Chris might be cousins, and that Stormy wants to do a DNA on them. I don't know where that came from. I don't remember them talking about it or bringing it up, or I haven't heard anything about this, so I don't know where that's coming from, other than they both are pretty brown skinned men with nice curly hair. I don't know where it's coming from, but yeah, they are trying to figure out if they're cousins. So they're gonna do a DNA test, and that's when Big Head Martell was like, "Well, we all related. We all like cousins." And Chris is like, nah. And Martell gets a little offended, as he should. He's like, "Wait, what you mean? We not? Wait, what?" He's like, "Look at your head and look at mine." And certainly that's a clear. One of the indications that, bro, you don't have a head full of hair like these brothers do. Don't even try and put yourself in their cousin, in their cousin's, area. Don't even try it. So, what say you, Princess? Thank you, girlfriend, for subscribing. I appreciate you so very much. I appreciate that very, very much.
Really, yay! Look, I can't find me to take me off mute. I actually like this scene. It changed the mood of the whole show. And as I listen to you talk and I think about what I saw, Martell really doesn't have as much of a purpose on this show, because the show began with him and Melody being together, and the show was Martell and Melody. So when you take the Holtz away, it changes the whole direction of the show. And that's why the Scotts are trying to be more of a prominent fixture on the show. I got tired of seeing Martell and Melody fight and be disgusting towards one another. I like this. I think they're showing more of Chris and Nell, and I like that they put Courtney over there just so that he can have a purpose and he could do something that's not as scathy as some of the stuff that he's been doing. It did motivate me. Like, I was like, man, my workout place ain't got all that stuff in it. You know what I'm saying? So I did like the workout. I just like, that they were doing something different. And, Courtney got his little dig in talking about you got a place in Atlanta. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? He was like, y'all don't put me in Sheree house. You don't put me in Melody house. And they probably put your ass over there at Ariane's house too. But Chris said, I don't care how you get there. Just get there. He just wants you to get up out the house so he can sell the house and do what he needs to do. So that's a dumb storyline to drag on. I think it was some outside people that was triggered the DNA conversation. So it's, they family. It is. I don't really care. But it was an interesting little clip. So yeah, next.
It was. Like I said, I hadn't heard it. I was like, wait, what? Yep. And then they put the side by side of him. I said, yeah, that's not helping.
That was too much.
Because it's so little, and
they don't even look nowhere near the same.
They don't look the same at all. Other than, like I said, they got pretty brown skin. They both have this nice curly head full of hair. So, and I'm digging Chris's beard. That white part at the bottom, I say, boy, you doing that.
Not you. Let me find out you like the silver fox.
I love a silver fox in it. And my husband, his hair is turning more blonde than gray. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna be the only white-haired lady in here. It's terrible.
Yes.
So we head over to Amin and Keke at the store spot. They're moving again. Yeah, I can't say nothing about it. I am one to move a lot too. I hate it. And yeah, it's a big deal. But they moving again, so they're in the storage spot trying to see the stuff that they need to take and what she ain't gonna want to take and stuff. And then Mel ends up calling, and she ends up, asking how she's doing, but she really want to put her eyes on Keke. So she asked, can I come see you at where you're at? She said, yeah. They dropped the location. She pulls up. And Melody meets up with them, and of course they discuss the barbecue once again. Melody just really wanted to lay eyes on Keke. Mel tells them how everyone really said they really like Amin. Even Tisha said so. We find out that is not how Keke and Amin think that Tisha feels about Amin. which is crazy because Amin says basically that, well, Kiki said Tisha's never cared for her husband as long as she know, and Amin basically says the same thing, like, nah, she don't care for me. I don't know why she was trying to play this role, which is weird because when I remember her talking about him, she was like, I really, and she was looking in the air. I really, really, really like him. And I was like, why are you looking in the air? Like, what? That's when people lie. When people look in the air and they lie when they doing that. So hence, she might have been lying. Kiki feels like it's time to move on. In her confessional, she says, it's time for her and Tisha to move on. They basically there's no hope for their relationship. And I kind of agree. I don't think until we get to the bottom of the rumors, until we get to the bottom of the assumption that she is on drugs, we not gonna them cousins are not gonna be in a good place. So Mel tells them after they left that they were still discussing Kiki's drug addiction and making fun of it. Amin says, who jokes about someone's addiction? Mel agrees with that. And in that confessional, Kiki says that Marceau is doing a great job of deflecting and saying Kiki is on drugs instead of confronting the rumors that are out there that him and his wife continue to turn their back on. Mel says to Kiki, she should shut them down and let them know how she's been progressing. She's been how she's been progressing and making moves, and she should take a drug test, and she should to shut everybody up. And that Mel says that I bought one for you to take. And of course, production always makes the they look like Kiki is like, oh, no, drug test. And yeah, and the preview is gonna come up. I'll talk about the preview in a minute. But yeah, Mel brought a test for Kiki to take. So, Princess, what say you about this whole situation?
Boo, shiggity.
Gotcha.
Boo, shiggity. First of all,
I remember
congratulations on to Kiki. You guys were doing interviews with her as she was moving. So we are very clear now that she has moved and she is in a new house. Now we know the reason why she moved, and I think it was nice to see, the dynamic between Kiki and her husband, because they also try to make it seem like she just out here, you know what I'm saying, and out here down bad, and she got a whole husband and a family. I think what I mean. You get slapped in your mouth doing that kind of stuff, and you feel nobody wants to leave their family alone, but sometimes for your own mental health, you need to leave your family alone. If they don't mean you're no good. But of course, she really got to take up with them in order to do this TV show, right?
Mm-hmm.
So congratulations to them on their home, and they're moved and they're settled. And I hope whatever they were trying to do with their kids and behind that they are successful at it. I understand Kiki is saying, like, it's more than just to stop playing. It's a whole bunch of people here that are affected by this move. And nobody likes to move. You like to just get where you getting, stay there, and be cool. You know what I'm saying? So I understand. Now this whole setup at Okie Doke with Mel randomly calling, and she decides to randomly show up
with
the storage place. Like, nobody does that. Nobody does that. So that was all put together by production.
Mm-hmm.
So they can have a talk out there in the middle of the storage space. Man, go on somewhere with this foolishness. Stop playing in my face.
They ain't ish, girl. They ain't.
Stop playing with my head, playing in my face.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, excuse me. I like the way that, Mel didn't have no makeup on, but she knew, like it was just staged so together,
Mm-hmm.
And so they go back over. I like the Mel held Kiki's feet to the fire and said, yeah, you shouldn't have responded in that way, but Tisha is wrong as well. So I like that she's, she is a friend. I'm that friend. If you need your coattails pulled, I'm gonna pull them. As I want you to pull mine. Like, we're not gonna sit up here and play all these games. So and I'm glad that she gave her a solution to try to change things. Now, when you get to talking about you need to prove to them that you're not high. And I bought a drug test. I'm gonna tell you something.
I was shocked.
When I thought my son was smoking reefers for the first time, this was a long time ago, I went to the drugstore and I bought a drug test. And I was in the car, we was driving. I said, sir, you smoke reefers? Did you smoke some reefers? They already told on you, right? I want you to tell me the truth. Did you smoke some reefers? Of course, kids gonna lie or not answer the question and all this old foolishness. I said, okay, to prove to me that you ain't smoked no reefers, I'm gonna want you to take this drug test. Okay. Now I'm gonna tell you, this drug test costs $38.
Ooh.
And if I open this drug test up and it's positive, I'm gonna double beat your ass.
I'm telling you.
Now you done wasted my $40.
Then you get to tell me this truth.
And I would like for you to just tell me the truth today. And I said that to say this. I'm full of stories today. That was many moons ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I know today the test ain't $40. And so you randomly went to Walgreens or CVS and you spent $50, $60 on a drug test to prove a person who's in recovery right for another motherfucker that's a non-factor in her life and that's a non-factor in yours. Please make it make sense to me.
I dropped the link, y'all. If anybody
You said, and I bought one already. Like you already imposing on that woman's personal business. That was disgusting to me. What kind of setup is that? I didn't like that. I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
It did feel real setup. It threw me off guard. It literally took me off guard. I was like, because it was like she was saying, "Oh, I don't want to lay eyes on Tisha. I want to make sure she's good." I talked to her, and I talked to her cousin. I talked to both of them, but I really want to lay my eyes on her. And I'm like, so now, Mel, are you questioning her, or are you just really trying to clear her name? I'm not sure. And I did drop the link for anybody that want to come up for a couple of minutes. Nothing real major. My sis got some homework she got to go do. But just in case anybody wanted to add anything, the link is in the chat if you would like to. If not, no biggie. Just wanted to open it up for you guys. But yeah, I didn't understand. Like, I didn't understand. I was like, man, who you doing this for? Did production put you up to this? Or is this
she EP. Like, I'm like, did you have a conversation with the people? It said, this is how we gonna keep Kiki on the show. We gonna keep the story going. Like, I really didn't understand that. And it was one thing for her to say, I think you should take a drug test to clear your name, but not. And I got one right here. I want you to piss on it while we out here at the movie storage.
That was the weirdest. I would have been out. I would have everything else she was saying until she said, I have the drug test. That part I was like, and she was just been like, yeah, I think you should just clown them. Make sure.
See, that's how you do drug addicts that you're trying to catch. You catch them off guard because I need you to piss right now When you
Well,
can't stand
goddamn.
the same thing I did to myself, you gonna piss immediately. So I can know that you're not a drug addict. When I go take drug tests for work, they stand there that don't flush the toilet, don't do nothing. The piss better be warm. You know what I'm saying? And you gonna do it right now. No, that was crazy. Hey,
You
Uni
was. Hey,
Boo.
Uni Boo, thank you for joining us. You know, we love to hear this accent and this read all at the same time.
Excuse my yawning, y'all. I don't know why I was. I ain't going to bed no time soon.
Hi guys.
Hey.
Well, since we're already talking about Melanie, I think she probably where I'm seeing it from, because of all the conversation about, Marceau like literally dead set on saying she's on drug use. She wanted to kind of like, that Kiki took the test so she can just shut them down and be like, I'm clean and I don't want to hear anything about me being on drug anymore out of your mouth. I think that's the angle she was going for because every scene is like Kiki on drug, Kiki on drug, Kiki on drug. And we sick and tired of it. I think that's why she kind of like, here's the test. I don't think she want to do it right then and there, but I think it's like, here's a test, just shut them out one time, and we don't have to talk about it again. Because I would do that if it was me. Because I was sick and tired of someone talking to my friend about me. I was like, just stick the test. I'm all about shutting people down. So if you keep coming at me for something I used to and I'm not doing anymore and I'm recovering, and you keep badgering about the same thing because that's the narrative you want to put out, I'm gonna shut you down once and for all, and you won't be able to talk to me or about me for the rest of your life about that same thing you keep bringing up. But I do have a big problem with KFC, aka no bottom teeth, aka gum mouth, aka can of biscuit, aka buggle eye, aka beluga whale looking ass Marceau. I am sick and tired of this man boob looking dude. He is a bitch. He act like a bitch. He talk like a bitch. He look like a bitch. He is a bitch. And I really don't care. He's a bitch. His name is Marceau the bitch. That's his
Ooh,
name.
Lord have mercy.
Because ain't no way you're gonna sit like and Tisha is dumb as hell because ain't no way you're gonna sit here and drag my cousin. That's not your cousin. You married to me. That's my cousin. I'm allowed to talk about her drug use if I see fit. I'm not gonna allow you to keep putting the narrative like she's still on drug. Like if you're really trying to mend fences, you will. That's a subject you be like, you married to me. You're not allowed to talk about family issues because that is something that will actually dead it right then and then. Be like, you're not allowed to talk about or make fun or even sniff next to that conversation because that's my cousin and that's something that she is literally fighting. That's not a funny thing. That's not a joke. I know your life is a joke, Marcel, but that's not a joke. And that's a real thing that's going on in a person's life. I know you don't got no life and you don't have a hobby. You out here trying to find business to make it stick, but low key projecting your insecurity on Mel and everybody else. But I need you to find something to put in your mouth and keep it busy
Ooh, wee.
because that was really disgusting. The way he just said, you're talking about like, oh, he's on drugs. Do you know for sure? Do you know for sure? You don't know. You just want to talk and you want to condemn this woman and you don't even know why. Because she's pulling your card, she's telling the truth, and she's pulling skeleton out your closet. That's why you think, oh, let me just hop on the thing like she's on drugs so I can hide from my own thing so people don't have to drag this out of my closet. While your closet full of trash, dead bodies, skeleton, and everything else with the dumpster juice just dripping down under the closet door, ready to expose. But you want to sit here and throw your whole cousin, your wife cousin under the bus because you don't want to be exposed.
Ooh.
Like that was really disgusting. You're always like every week I was like, you looking more like a fat bitch to me. You're oversized, obese, girdle wearing bitch to me. That's what he looked like to me. Homeboy over there looking like Smeagol. When Smeagol went to all you can eat buffet, ate a little bit too much burger. That's what he's giving me. A fat Smeagol in the face.
Mm.
You know how we say in my country, your new toothless, Mazora, Malburic, Grimace, Cocorat. That's what he's giving me. And you know I'm pissed because I'm
You
over
went
here
to
with
another
strict
language
Creole.
on you. Oh, Jesus Christ.
You know I was strict Creole because he like Mama Divine son bousin lié. I don't care what number yes, he's a bitch. Son gros bousin lié. Okay,
That's
listen, that's all I'm gonna say. But like for Tiffany to come in with her baby, why are you being messy? She gave me Karen. She gave me white female. She gave me I'm so desperate because my life is boring, and I am boring. And as a paint dry, even the paint dry is more fun than me. Why would you sit here? You don't even know the dynamic with those two cousins. You're gonna stick your little light skinned mouth talking about, oh, well, you know, you can't fight with nobody that have nothing to lose. How you know she don't have something to lose? Are you in her life every day?
mm.
But you over there being messy and feeding that messy milk to your son,
The
or
messy milk.
not all that negative energy, negative trauma, you're gonna put it and feed it to your son through your breast milk. If you don't go sit your high yellow behind Big Bird looking at somewhere inside and go take care of your kids, your coochie barely heal. You over there being messy. Like she pissed me off too. Like, why would you sit there? Like you get like she real Karen-ish. Why Big Lou over there running away from your messy ass? I'm pretty sure that's where he got some sense of quietness, of normalcy is when he went to work. Because you over there being hella messy. Or you over there feeling all that mess straight to your breast milk to your son. And he over there looking at you like, why am I here? Why didn't you leave me home? Why don't I stay with my grandma and my grandpa? Do you want to sit over here with the whole smoking cigar? You're gonna bring that poor child out there,
Come
child
on now.
endangerment. Like, come on. And you always want to stick your mouth into somebody. You always want to stick your beak in somebody's business. You big yellow bird looking ass bitch. Go sit down somewhere and take care of your kids. She pissed me off. Always want to vilify somebody. You know absolutely nothing about that person's life. You don't know her struggle. Instead of you being such a messy ass mama, just go and talk to the person, get to know her story, her struggles. Maybe you might relate something. You might have something in common. But you're so damn messy and you too busy want to be a mess, you're going to bring your child. The child didn't ask to be in a mess. Leave the child alone. You're soiling the poor boy's spirit. Stop being messy. But no, then Martell's talking about like, oh, you know, you women this, that, or always want to talk. I'm like, no, you're not going to talk about women because you were also in altercation and you fight also in your word and you say some foul stuff. Don't be like, oh, it's women thing. No, it's the love and what marriage Huntsville thing because all of y'all messy, all of y'all in the mess, all y'all say stuff that you know is foul. So it's not just a woman thing, it's a man thing. I just feel like he should just leave all of them alone. Because it's like I'm not gonna try this hard to actually trying to be cool with my cousin. Why he have a bitch for a husband? Like I said in the previous live, you might as well say you're in a whole lesbian relationship because he ain't giving me nothing but bitch made.
Oh, Lord, child.
And I'm gonna stay with that, and that's all I'm gonna say. I just want I want Kiki to do better when it comes to her family. I need her to cut them off like a bad habit. Don't talk to your cousin because she doesn't like you because of her mom and your father and all this competition since y'all were a baby. There's this negative root energy there. Like she don't care for you like that. She don't like you as long as she have that kind of biscuit as a wife. She's not going to listen to you or trying to mend anything with you because she stayed there and let her wife talk mad crap about you. And she's not even gonna check her. And yes, I'm talking to Marcella. That's who I'm talking to. And I just think she needs to move on and find something else to worry about and leave all these, people from the other side of the rack. That's where they belong. Don't cross the track. Just stay where you at and do right by yourself. Continue to, keep clean. Do what you need to do to stay clean and continue on your journey. Like don't like forget Tisha. And we already know Kimmy don't like Kiki because ain't no way you a nurse you're gonna sit here and add fuel to the fire. I was looking at the same like Kimmy, you a whole nurse. You should know or at least know or inkling about things like that. Like why would you instead of helping or give another perspective and help out and trying to make people understand, you wanna sit there and be in the mess. And this is why I was like, I don't see it for Kimmy now. Because it's like you're really showing your true colors. You're a snake. You're a serpent.
Mm.
And that's it. I rest my case.
Uni Boo, you are always welcome on this channel, on our panels. We love you so much. You always give the best read downs, up, down, sideways, every
I
way.
feel like I've been read.
I think I need a shower after this because I feel a little dirty. Feel a little dirty. But I so appreciate you for always coming in and supporting us. We love you.
Yay.
Girl.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you. We see you next week. Okay, honey?
Yep, I'm over here double dutch on each channel.
That's how you got to do it, girl. You got to get in when you fit in, girl. And then you gotta don't forget the pop-ups. Don't forget the pop-ups.
You gotta go both ways.
So yes, we love you. We talk to you next week.
All right, bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh man, I love me some Uni Boo. She always comes through with the read, and with our sister the Nola Reeds wasn't here. We had a nice little read from that one. I just do want to talk about just the previews. In the previews, we see Kiki is going to take a stance where she takes a drug test, where she says, if I take a drug test, I want Marcel to take a lie detector. And I'm here for that. That's right. Don't let nobody hold your feet to the fire. I don't care if that is the EP male. Love you, but just saying, I don't let nobody hold your feet to the fire. You do what you know is best for you. That's what you do.
So I don't think we're getting a drug test.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so either. Tisha believes that Kiki is still on drugs and don't want to discuss it with Mel. They're going to be in an area somewhere. And I am so here for Mel and her. No makeup, just fresh face. I said, Mel, you ain't going to show up on TV. Like, girl, I can come gather the girls and I can come just brush my teeth and wash my foot. You know what I mean? That's just, I love that about her. I love that.
I don't believe Tisha believes that girl on drugs no more than the man in the moon. It's just something to say.
And then the last thing is that Mel changes her last name, and there's going to be a party to be had by Miss Melody Cherie, and it's going to trigger Martell. It's going to trigger him because he knows that is not going to be Mrs. Hope from this point on. And there's going to be a discussion between him and Nell. And Nell is going to, do what Nell does, which is be in their business, try to be a mediator, try to be a referee. And of course, they ended with Martell saying, Mel cheated on me first. You know my friend. Mel cheated on me first, man. Me. She did it to me first.
This is a lot of bullshit that they just having us watch.
Nobody believes that.
I truly believe it.
You know what?
Somebody brought to my attention earlier, not today, but earlier, previously about having divorce parties. I'm like, I'm with it, whatever you want to do. But they made a good idea. They was like, why are you celebrating the demise of the family? I was like, God dang, that's deep. That's deep. But some people are just celebrating their freedom from trauma and bondage. And I understand. But you can't keep people, that you not my friend if you her friend type of stuff. That's childish. Go away from me with this apology.
I can't. Because you're not going to tell me who I can be friends with. And you can't tell me who I can't be friends with. And then they do something to me, yeah. And I don't like when people are like, oh, wait till they do something to you. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait because what they did to you is probably something you did to them on top of that. But I've just never been that type of person where if somebody's not somebody's friend, I'm not their friend because you're not, because they not friends with them. What? If anything, you should be the mediator and trying to figure out why these friends ain't friends since they're both friends with you. Figure that out. Riddle me that. So that's me. I like to bring people together, not bring them apart. That's stupid. Yeah. So yeah, y'all, that was the recap, the review of season 6, episode 22. Y'all, that's what we did. It is done. It is over. I had a great time today. I'm sure, Princess, you had a great time. Looks like it, even though, like you said, this episode was kind of heavy. It was kind of heavy. So we still tried to bring out some fun points and some good points. And like I said, I had a good time. I once again want to thank you guys for joining us. Again, you guys could be anywhere in the world and you guys are here with us. And I appreciate it so very much. Yeah. And I am on the road to 500. I am 40 subbies away from being at 500. And I know you guys will pull through for me. I know y'all, it's going to come when it's supposed to come. But I appreciate you guys. Anybody that subscribes to me, especially what's my babe? She just said, design and decor, right? Yes, design and decor. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for becoming a subby. I really appreciate you so much. And once again, y'all, I want to say happy birthday to my daughter. She is 19 today. She is one of 5 children. She is one of 5. She is right smack in the middle of my kids. She is my middle kid, even though there's 8 of them altogether with my bonus children. She is my 3rd child. She's my middle child. So my middle baby is 19 today. I'm so happy for her. We're about to go celebrate and stuff and eat and do our thing. Oh, and Barb, that's Barb's favorite. Barb, basically, I want to have Barb basically mentor my daughter. So that's this Barb Artie. She loves Nani. Nani loves Barb. So I appreciate you, Barb. I'm gonna relay the message. How we do. So yeah, y'all, thank you for the birthday wishes for my daughter. And God willing, next week we'll be right here at the same time, same bat channel. Maybe not same bat channel. Well, yes, because we always stream from all the channels. So it will be on the same bat channel, but depending on where it lands next week, y'all just look for us. We be here. You know how we do. You know how we do. We be here. We be doing our thing. Any last thoughts for you, Princess, or any thank yous or anything you need to say?
No, I'm hustling hard, trying to get back to doing some things. I have some subjects I'd like to talk about, but nothing. Oh, yeah. I think I'll be live Tuesday for All Hallows Eve game night. I'm trying to get that together. I almost forgot. I got to get my costume together.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why I said, is there anything you need to say?
I almost forgot. I be going so fast, so much going on. Jesus Christ.
Thank you, Shirley. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Shirley.
Appreciate you so much. Always do, always have, always will. So yeah, y'all, we are out. We will see you guys next week. Thank y'all for joining us. Don't forget to hit the notification button and hit all you guys so y'all know when we go live. Me, my princess, Nola Reed, whenever we do our thing.
Y'all all your faves.
Y'all, yeah, we are the faves. We really are. I appreciate that. So yeah, y'all, we see y'all next week. Okay.
So let your hair down, get your life. You must be feeling like this your night.